by the title of the program that this is a little bit unusual of a program this evening. We are simply going to perform for you tonight the 3 selections that we will be performing next Wednesday afternoon at Boonville for our State Music Festival. The students, as I think their musicianship is already displayed here this evening, have worked incredibly hard. There was great wailing and gnashing of teeth, if you would borrow that phrase, when I put that last piece in front of them. Oh, no, we don't think so, Mr. Lyons. But I bet if you were carefully listening, you might actually hear the students over the last 3 or 4 weeks listening to that in their cars as they're driving, listening to it on their iPods or whatever they have. They have grown to accept the piece, like the piece, love the piece, hate the piece, accept the piece, and all the time hate me in the process. So it's good, it really is. But the first 2 selections that you heard, the Mozart and then the Mahler, they were 2 of the pieces. The last one we're going to play for you here in just a moment. I do want to take an opportunity to acknowledge some students this past weekend who attended District Solo and Small Ensemble Festival. Last week we had conferences, and so Friday was a day off. Yeah, right. Their very hard-nosed directors had them there Friday practicing for orchestra, choir, for band. Many of the students were there Friday evening until well past 9 o'clock before they came back. And then many of them left again Saturday morning to go back over and compete for the string, the piano, and also for the percussion. And we had just, for lack of a better term, a stellar day over at Sedalia this past Saturday, and I would love to take a moment and acknowledge those students. So we had 2 ensembles that earned a 2 rating, and a 2 rating, you should understand, is marked as superior. When any group comes in, everyone is assumed to be average. And we had 2 groups that performed, and the first was a duet of Alyssa and Carrie. So ladies, if you would stand please for me, and smile, Carrie. And in the cello section, we had another duet, which was with Zach and Maddie. So if these 2 would stand for me, please. Stand and smile, cellos. Not just music, it's manners we try and learn in the orchestra. So thank you there. And then after that, every event that we had earned a 1 rating and will be going on the State Music Festival on April 30th. And so I'm just going to start down the list. I'm going to ask those students to stand if we can hold our applause till the end. On a cello solo was Zach Baker. On a string bass solo back there was Isaiah Guthrie. Sarah Bentley, who strangely enough is now on the timpani for our last selection, earned a 1 rating on her violin solo. Charlotte Lyons on the piano earned a 1 for her piano solo. I want to come back to that here in just a second. Sarah and Charlotte also earned a 1 rating on a violin duet. And then we had a string quartet of Charlotte, Logan Davis, who I'm trying not to block out here, Enrique Flores, and Maddie Larrabee. Those students also in the string quartet earned a 1 rating. So congratulations to them. Thank you very much. Audience, there's a very special student. You have these artists that can go by 1 name. Madonna, Mono, Yulia, okay? Why? Because I can't say Yulia's last name. I would embarrass herself and I would probably wind up cursing in her native language. So Yulia, on her piano solo, just did a wonderful Rachmaninoff piece. And Yulia, in case you do not know, is a foreign exchange student in Ukraine who is living with the Bentleys. And so we were so happy that she got an opportunity to play, and we were even more happy to have the opportunity to hear her play. There's a couple other things I'd like to do here this evening. First off, I told the students this morning, and they sometimes question my sincerity, but I tell you with all honesty, it is an absolute joy and a pleasure to get an opportunity to work with these students every morning. This past semester, first semester, I submitted their names, and they were recognized by the Missouri State High School Activities Association, which is a governing body of all extracurricular and co-curricular activities. These students behind me had a combined grade point average for first semester of 3.64, and so they received an award for that. And I should also mention, this is not a fluke. This is now the 6th year in a row that they have received that award, and always hovering around that 3.6 to 3.7 combined grade point average. So, boy, sometimes I feel kind of stupid in front of these guys, but it is such a joy to work with them. So, as I mentioned, we do have contests next Wednesday. It is at 1 o'clock at Laura Speed Elliott Middle School in Boonville. Parents, I know we all work, and if there would be an opportunity for you to come and hear them, you are more than welcome to come and hear them. I will caution you, please, to not park in the Boonville Public Library lot. I think they have an in with the tow truck because they will tow you away. So just a little word of warning, you don't want to park there. I would also like to offer a couple things here to the parents. Parents, for some of you, it's been an 8-year journey. And you would not have believed that 8 years ago, those sounds, I don't think I want to call it music, but those sounds that they created when they were in 5th grade, you're thinking, okay. But for them to go this far, parents, it is largely in part to your support, your nudging, your prodding, your just all around being there for your children. And I so thank you. I'd like to thank the administration, the school board for all of their support for this orchestra program. While I don't know it for a fact, I do believe we are one of the smallest schools in the state of Missouri that continues to offer orchestra. I've had an opportunity over the last few weeks to hear some of those other orchestras, and ladies and gentlemen, these students are right up there with the very best. I'm so very proud of them. I'd like to thank my lovely wife Cheryl, who is out here somewhere, but I can't see because of the lighting, which is wonderful, but boy, you guys are just a bunch of dots at this point. So I'd like to thank my lovely wife, and again, I'd like to thank the wonderful students behind me. We're going to close with our last selection this evening, which is a scherzo from Beethoven's 3rd Symphony, the Aurora. So again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.